We got a pair of tickets to give away to Papa Roach and Rise Against. J Vig is going to reach into her bag of tickets and give those away. They're coming to I Think Financial Amphitheater in 2025. And we'll give those away before the end of the show. Got a mixed bag coming on up here in just a bit. Yesterday, the Miami Heat, they beat the holy hell out of the Sixers.
Yeah, they did.
Beat them down.
Pummeled them.
Heat were down 19 at one point. But then Spurs played people who weren't tired. And it all turned around. The Sixers, I don't know what's going on with them, dude. I mean, they are a disaster. But Jimmy Butler, he gives them 30 in his return. Got to the free throw line 13 times. He was an absolute menace. And Tyler Hero, he scored 18 points, 16 of them in the third quarter. And I believe they outscored him. Was it 35-14, Marcos? You remember what the exact difference was?
In the typically a third quarter, but yeah, I don't know if it was 35-14 exactly. That's very close. I know Tyler alone had 16.
It was, but they beat him by like 20. The margin was like 20 in the third quarter, and just took off.
By the way, we haven't mentioned it. We won't let you forget Duncan Robinson. We know what you mean.
Oh, dude,
we know what you mean. It was 35-16.
I knew that was a bad. I knew that was a bad decision as soon as I saw the lane. I was thinking to myself, it's gonna get a little too froggy. Just finger roll that thing, Dunks. And he tried to tomahawk it, and he tommed it.
About how long do you think jokes were made? Because it looked like they wanted to laugh, but they were a little supportive. It looked like they were supportive.
Well, he's gonna win Shaqtin' a Fool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's gonna win Shaqtin' a Fool this week. This we know, and it's unfortunate because that's I don't know.
I like his aggressiveness.
Me too. He had a beautiful
limitations.
He had a beautiful bucket off the window over Joel Embiid, but this one he had I mean, it was cleared for takeoff. But you need to be able to take off.
I mean, he is a tall dude. So
he is a tall dude.
That much.
Totally fair. But I don't.
The problem is he tried to take off too far.
Yeah.
Right? It's like sometimes Jimmy goes to dunk. He just does a gentle two-hand stuff.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen him dunk. Has he dunked? He's had one dunked.
Oh, yeah.
Has he dunked?
In that fashion.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
It to the rim.
You know what? I'm gonna blame the road trip for poor Duncan. That's a back-to-back night. Now Shaqtin' a Fool don't care.
Oh yeah,
they don't put up the schedule on Shaqtin' a Fool. But Tyler's obviously had an amazing season. Ask Jimmy Buckets about Tyler's season after the game, Leroy, and this led to a little debate amongst Jimmy and Tyler about who is the best scorer on the team. Vibes were high.
Jimmy, you kind of alluded to Tyler, but, as many years as you've had with him, you're seeing the year that he's having. Have you seen improvements, growth? What have you seen from Tyler this year?
Yeah, I mean, he's a prolific scorer and can score on all levels. It's actually really impressive. But more than anything, I like the fact, and I think we all like the fact that he takes a challenge on defense more. Like he wants to guard somebody and then go down there and give them 30, 40, however many that may be. We want him to keep playing like that. We always have. He's without a doubt one of the best scorers on this team. I'm not going to say he is the best, but he can get a bucket. That's for damn sure. I beat you at one-on-one in training camp, so don't talk to me.
Don't say one of them. It's either one or...
Spo, who's 1A?
Who's 1B?
My boy.
Look at those two adorable rascals.
Hey, why Jimmy dressed like Prince in Purple Rain?
Okay, wait, I do like the red braids, though. I do like the red braids.
Yeah, but
listen,
he had to wear the black because the red didn't match the outfit.
That side of the locker room is very into their baggy pants, and I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Now they have good vibes. The Sixers. Storyline, ESPN, Shams. Tyrese Maxey calls out Joel Embiid in team meeting. Oh, yeah. Amid the 2-11 start that has them in last place in the Eastern Conference with their star trio of Joel Embiid, Paul George, and Tyrese Maxey yet to play together in a game, the Sixers held a team meeting on Monday after their 106-89 loss to the Heat. The loss to the Heat was the fourth in a row for the Sixers, sparking veteran Kyle Lowry to call for a team meeting, a much-needed heart-to-heart and call to action and urgency, sources told ESPN, in which both players and coaches held each other accountable and took fault for the start of the season. In the meeting, Tyrese Maxey challenged Embiid to be on time to team activities, calling out the former league MVP about being late, quote, for everything, and how it impacts the locker room from other players to coaching staff, sources briefed on the meeting told ESPN. Now here's the juice. Here's the load of crap. Maxey and Embiid have a close friendship and have a history of holding each other accountable, according to those sources around the team. Quote, Tyrese loves big fella, but this is an elephant in the room, a person involved in the meeting told ESPN. Players told 76ers coach Nick Nurse that they want to be coached harder, and the coaches in turn want the players to practice with a purpose and attention to detail. Embiid accepted the message sent in the meeting, but he stated that he is confused about what the Sixers are attempting to execute sometimes on the court.
Well, it's hard to execute anything with your big ass laying on the ground. Let's start there. I will tell you how these things go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kyle goes over to Maxey. Hey, man, we going to have a team meeting. And you the closest to big fella. You're going to have to call him out. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't call him out. We just got here or whatever. But y'all cool, and you got to hold him accountable. And that's how that goes. It wasn't a situation where he just went out. It was a situation where a group of guys wanted to go at him, but they didn't feel they had the place to go after him. So they recruited the only guy that could call him out. That's how it works.
I get you. Hey, I'm not arguing with you. I just think this is a terrible look for this team.
But here's the funny thing is that, is it going to turn around because of the meeting, or is it going to turn around when Maxey gets back?
I don't know.
See what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Because you replace Maxey. Think about this. You're going to replace Kyle Lowry with Maxey.
Hmm?
That's going to change the dynamic of your team right away.
Maybe. But like, it's not Maxey. I'm worried. I mean, like, if you told me, like, hey, the Sixers are gonna have,
we all know, everybody
knows. Like, if
everybody knows.
You know how embarrassing that is, though. Like, what is Maxey? 22? 23?
Everybody knows what the issue is on that team. It can bring in all the other superstars. They can pay veterans. They can bring it. All operates under what the hell is Joel Embiid going to do?
Well, here's the juicy thing, all right? If we could play a little pop psychologist here.
Oh,
so God. After the game, no, why don't do that. Don't dismiss me already.
These don't end well.
Well, after the game, all right, he was asked about Jimmy Butler. Joel Embiid was, right? And we know Joel, he loves Jimmy Butler. Oh, my goodness. He loves him some Jimmy Butler, right, Leroy?
Yep.
So one has to wonder because, I mean, the media is waiting around for an hour. Joel Embiid, he's getting called out. Mind you, he's probably, I know how this Joel Embiid thinks, right? He's like, I played sick. I played through something. You guys are being mean to me. Boo. I know exactly how this guy's thinking, all right? Nobody needs to tell me. But he was asked about Jimmy Butler after the game. And Joel Embiid, I mean, the love he was given to Jimmy Buckets after this, I mean, now that we know, a chewing out from his teammates. Could be something.
You know, commanding, while being on the floor. Both sides of the floor. One of the best players in the league. Probably top 5. Probably the best, actually. Best player in the league. So, I mean, you gotta, it's hard. It's hard to guard. It takes a whole team. And, I thought he did a good job of, like I said, just finding a way to, either score or make a play for the teammates, and they did knock down, shots, in those positions. So, like I said, amazing basketball player.
Wow. Jimmy Butler might be the best player in the league. Right
Fawning.
after all of your team fawning over him. The one that got away. And Joel Embiid's now got all his teammates being meanies to him.
At the right price.
Hey,
Interesting.
grow up, Peter Pan.
What?
What?
Grow up, Peter Pan.
What do you
was
mean?
fawning over
Are you
him.
talking about Joel?
Joel Embiid, he is accustomed to call Peter Pan. He's been the one to always call people out. His ass got called out. So what?
He does call people out. You're right about that.
That's
Very
that's
busy
how it
Twitter
goes.
fingers.
Right. That's how it goes. So he got to eat it. He knows what part of that is accurate. Now, I will say this. If somebody called him out, you notice it wasn't about his play. So he can't talk about being hurt. It was about him being all there.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So the players know. It ain't the players calling him out for what happened on the court.
Oh, you mean something like showing up hung over from a weekend in Miami to practice on the day before?
Who did
And
that?
then is like, well, I'm just putting two and two together, right? He had an illness. And then all the sudden, dude, magic elixir, bang, he's going to give it a go.
If Jimmy and Joel were on the same team,
Mhm.
would they play 40 games together?
I don't remember what they did that year. I mean, the younger Jimmy, obviously.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying?
This guy hasn't shut up about Jimmy Butler since he's left.
It happens. It happens. It happens. Like, it don't mean you can't move on. It
Hey,
just-
Maxey, I'm telling you right now, dude, watch it.
Maxey he ain't got nothing to worry about.
I don't know, dude. Hey,
Nothing to worry about.
neither. Nobody ever think they have anything. But let me tell you something. The next time they fall short in a series, I'm going to tell you, if Maxey shoots anything under 50%, old big fella over there, he is a certified bus driver, and he loves backing that thing up.
If Maxey's shooting under 50%,
Mhm.
is because Joel Embiid is trying to shoot threes.
Yeah, but either way, it doesn't matter. Joel Embiid has thrown every teammate under the bus that he has had,
Except Jimmy.
except Jimmy who's
And
the best
Tyrese. He haven't done it to Tyrese yet.
yet. You said the key word there. The biggest short word, Leroy. Yet.
The what?
What? How about those Heat vibes, huh?
No. What the hell
What?
did you just say?
What did you say?
See. You know what you said? The biggest short word?
What?
What does that even mean?
It's a big word for me, dog.
Yet? They ain't too many smaller.
We'll take a break. Mix things up coming up next.